Please don't hear any of this, Brad.
All right, we ready? You hitting it? Tell me when we're rolling. No, we've been rolling. God damn.
We're Googling over here.
All right.
To nerd sports now, people.
Exactly.
Look out. Do you fear death?
Oh, one of the greatest lines of all time.
I've got a job to it. I've got a job to it.
Kind of like whistles at him or something. Dad looks over and the guy's going. And Dad's like, I got the fuck out of there. I was like, oh man, you didn't partake? I thought that was part of the mountain biking community, that y'all just went out there and had sex together in your tight shorts. But
Literally making me 30 sides of red sauce. He just takes it back up.
So that's what I was doing wrong the first time.
That's what you were doing wrong.
Big Pharma's turning the frogs gay, and it's coming after your kids.
And they're going to make them incredibly happy.
Infowars.com.
Listened to so much. Are you...
We're looking alright. We can see Alex's beautiful chest hair and everything.
Looking good. Got some chest hair for you.
You can't even tell.
Where's that camera at?
Cabbage for the ladies.
It's episode 50, just happens to be.
50.
Didn't even plan it that way. Season finale.
somebody call somebody.
Nathan's already threatening to leave
3 times, I believe.
3
Before it even
times.
started.
I
We
got
got-
fair warning.
And we got a virgin here tonight. Danny D, what's up, man?
Glad to be here.
Welcome, sir.
Popping his podcast.
Alex, for the second time. Let's go around the horn, buddy. Alex, how you been since the last time?
Good. Staying busy.
How are them ladies you're taking care of?
They're good. Pain in my ass as always.
You need to not drive them around in that van you just got. Let's talk about this van, brother.
Let's not. Let's not say we did.
You got a creeper van out there.
I do. It was, my truck broke down and a buddy of mine's like, hey, I got you $500. And I was like, don't fucking tell me you're talking about that van. He's like, it's a 3/4 ton.
Yeah.
V8. I'm like,
It looks like a 4-wheel drive.
fuck.
It's not.
All right,
It's not,
it
though.
keeps my tools dry.
4K low.
Holds more than you think in the back.
Nice, dude. That's
Like,
not a
if you
bad
look
deal.
at
It's
it,
just-
I've got a side box that was off my truck. I just took it off my truck and screwed it to the
I
side
saw
of the
that.
van.
I saw that.
I was like, I'm not reorganizing all those devices and plates and stuff, It's like, whatever.
But
Roll
you
with
get,
it.
you get some
So
weird
good.
looks with your girls in there, though.
It's, oh man, absolutely.
It's
I-
cool.
I'll
It
take
had all
your
the
kids to,
outlets
like,
and
the
shit
bank.
Yeah?
ready out for it because the dude
Yeah.
that had it before him was living out of it. So he had
Yeah, like he stayed in it. He had like a
Yeah.
hammock strung up and
Yeah.
like was going through
So,
it all
like,
the time and
That's
just
their
hit the
news.
van.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like you can get some really good deals on cars if you're willing to go back far enough.
Yeah.
Like some low mileage, like late. The dude we bought that motorcycle from today had bought like a '98 fucking, I can't remember what it was, some kind of Ford deal, but it was like had a less than 100,000 miles on it. Paid $1,500 for it.
Nice.
In good shape.
He got a deal on a Camaro.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You should bring pictures.
I do. I have them.
Yeah, it was that
It's,
Star Trek Camaro.
Somebody,
Yeah, I showed you a
We
picture.
we talked about that. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Ask how much you get for it.
How much you get for it?
I did $35 basically is what I have into it.
$35 for this dude.
That's
No, I
wild.
did trade out some of my time. You know what I mean? I have an hourly mark on my time, and it was electrical work, and
Sure.
I told him I did a service call, and then I told him I would do the next couple. I was like, I'll do the next couple for free, because I don't ever have any material into it on those jobs for the most part, and I mean I have a shitload of material, so it wasn't a big deal.
Why is it so hot here?
And
Pussy.
so
It is a little.
Hey,
It's because there's so many hot men close to each other.
Says
And
we're
little
fagged
hot
up
dudes
on
in
this
there.
thing.
it is. It is a little
It's
warm.
shaved.
We should,
We turn that air up if you
Turn some
need.
air
If you need to
on.
get those nipples hard.
please.
Actually, well, I'm gonna open the doors up. That'll be nice. Get a little breeze going through here.
Yeah, let them
little
chickens.
fresh
in.
air.
Yeah, let them chickens run through here.
JK.
Nate, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucking?
Oh, dude. Y'all should not have me here.
Hey, that's your catchphrase, Nathan.
It
It's
is.
like you gotta say
You
it.
say it when you're sober. Whenever that is.
True that.
So, Larry,
How you
baby's coming in a month.
Not even. They're saying if she doesn't have her by the 23rd of October, they're inducing her on the 23rd.
Why didn't your wife respond to my message?
No, you don't bring that up on here.
Way to go.
Oh, I gotta turn my mic. We're getting a little hot on this mic.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but she definitely did not respond to me. And I was trying to save you.
No.
Well,
I was just
It was
trying
one of
to-
those situations
You're not
I don't
good at
know if it
saving.
helped or hurt.
With women, you never know.
You
That's the
never
thing.
know,
It's a
man.
fucking gamble no matter what you
You
do.
never know.
And it's always lose.
Yeah. Yeah, I always lose, for sure.
It's a losing game.
But you keep trying and you keep trying for that W, man.
That's right. And every now and then it'll come
Maybe.
across and it's so sweet.
It is.
So
not
sweet.
today.
You hold on to
Here
it.
So Nathan, what we doing? We staying or we going? Well,
I mean, it's in the air right now.
it's in there. That's a good looking hat, son.
Y'all should probably vote. You know what I'm saying?
Vote for what? With you
Thomas
stand
went
up?
down to see his grandma today, and last time he did that, Trump got shot at. So I was like, dude,
Oh, did you go see Grandma?
he did.
Is he okay? Maybe we should check social media.
No, I checked. I checked. Fuck. Stilwell, your son got to play a little ball.
Ball last night.
Right on.
He had a birthday and got a cool car. Too.
Big man.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Just turned 16.
Oh man, he got the best.
Y'all had a big
Birthday
old
gift I've ever
birthday
seen.
blowout last week.
Yeah.
Jason like went above and beyond, and I support him. That's all I can say. Is that's the best 16 birthday gift I've ever seen.
It was a good one.
That's really cool, man. That's really special. Seeing that video you posted about whatever happened to that old hump car.
Oh, we don't
That's-
need to go into that.
Okay.
That's Sarah's
You gonna talk
brother's
about,
car.
about to say. I'm looking for
Love you,
something.
Patrick.
I'm trying to buy Stephen Fisher's truck, and he kind of have you seen it?
No kidding.
Yeah, he's got a 2014 Tacoma that's like under 100,000 miles.
He
and
loves those
brand new.
Tacomas.
He does, but his wife can't get in the fucking car. Like she can't. Like it's a big ordeal every time she gets up in that
Is she
thing.
a little person or what's the...
I mean, she's short, but she's also
Asian.
aged. She's 70s,
I guess
and
I
she got like
don't
bad
know.
hips and stuff. So she has a hard time getting
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I tried to buy it from him, and he was kind of thinking about it, and he was like, "Why don't we think about it?" So next day, I'm texting him. He didn't respond, so I texted her. I was like, "Tell him to sell me that truck."
Yeah.
And she said he's not ready to yet. I was like, "All right."
Give him a couple weeks.
Well, I was like, what I want to say is, hey, just leave it to me in the will. You know, just
Yeah.
don't let
So
Jason
kick her in the
have
head
it.
and then make it where she really can't get in there.
Jokes, people. God damn it.
JK, jeez.
Danny D.
Here we
You
are.
got- Motherfucker's got the Heavy Hitter Club shirt on. What's
Representing.
Farmington.
22
He
years.
thought this was gonna be a year 2000 club
His
right
last
here.
big achievement. No, I'm just kidding.
well? It would have been if you hadn't been bringing your little brother to tag along all the time.
Well, I don't like going anywhere without him.
I know. We got
I gotta leave this guy around on a leash, man.
He saves me on everyday scenario.
we got to get Nakia in here one of these days.
I talked to her
Lachey, you
about
want
that.
Lachey in here?
I'd like to talk to her. Yeah.
Yeah, she.
I'd like to
think
do
she-
one-on-one with her.
I don't
honestly.
think she wants to do a solo.
No.
No, I think
Well,
she's
she's
gonna.
gonna be on the news.
Oh, really?
She's about to be interviewed and be put on broadcast.
Really? What are they doing? Is
They
it
just
about
want
the
to go into
cancer?
her story. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuckers beat me to it.
Yeah.
We heard a couple of doctors.
You might be able
Oh,
to.
the doctors are going on with her?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
So this is
they
like a
jump
big
on.
deal.
It is. Yeah.
Is it
So are they
because-
doing some experimental shit?
No.
Or
No, there's no experimental.
Is it
She
because how good hers is going? or-
she's had a good scenario. There has been zero regrowth, right?
no shit?
But she's been wearing she has to shave her head or whatever, and
Yeah.
she's got the electrodes.
Yeah, it's that helmet thing.
So it's not because she's losing it or is she shaving it to
No,
put
she
the
No,
has
she
to
shaves
shave
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
she does have that scar on the back of her head where they did that surgery where it probably actually
Yeah.
that'll grow back.
I don't think that would grow back.
Yeah, but other than that, she shaves the rest of it. Yeah. 'cause
Yeah.
of that helmet thing.
It ain't a
Since-
bad look, honestly.
I'm-
I do believe those electrodes is probably what has given her so much success.
She's
You really
tried
think so?
so many things though. Yeah.
I mean, there was
Is
a guy.
that a common thing? Those
Yeah, there
electrodes?
was a guy that I think got like 15 years out of it and still alive today because he wore them for so long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's experimental, but we'll see.
Huh.
But zero regrowth.
That's good.
And what?
That's good.
January, February be over 2 years?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
No shit?
You know?
That's awesome.
We had a friend that Had the same
JR,
thing.
yeah. They gave him 18 months and he made it 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
He
he got,
didn't do that helmet or anything.
Yeah,
no,
so
He did not.
his
No.
was a little different though. Hers is like back here, and his was right up here, right on the
Right.
skin.
It was in different spots, same type of scenario.
Yeah, but his was more like a cyst-like tumor instead of like an actual mass. It was
You're
more
right.
like, yeah, it had a lot of fluid.
And do they
stuff.
know what caused
No,
either one?
no.
No.
And they're both like a rare cancer.
Yeah,
at
they
that.
Right.
they say,
And
and
so
actually,
for us to lose somebody and then at the same time get
Somebody
that
else gets
news,
diagnosed with
that
it.
we know directly.
and a guy, one of my
It was
clients I work
inflamed.
with, his wife just passed away with one
Oh,
here
no
in
shit.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and
Really?
actually JR's mom's friend, she passed away with one as well.
Yeah.
And that's 4 people I know that's had that cancer, and they say it's supposed to be one of the rarest cancers.
Well, that's
It's supposed to be like winning the lottery type scenario.
yeah, but that sounds like there's something going on. Like
That's what I'm saying.
something's causing.
I did go
this.
down the rabbit hole a little bit one time.
Did
I
you?
Yeah, there was like there used to be some nuclear bomb testing or something out in Utah because JR lived in Beaver, Utah, and I was wondering. I was like texting him. I was like, man, I wonder if that shit got in the water or something somehow, because they did that like in the '60s and '70s, and he was
Well, shit, you know about all the guys in Prairie Grove that have gotten cancer because of the
that.
water
Yeah.
out there. Like tons of.
I mean, I didn't know of them, but no. But
Yeah, I know a
believe it.
bunch of dudes from Prairie Grove.
Dive into that story.
Yeah.
Well, man, it's one of those things that that the water company did get in trouble out there. Like
I did not hear about any of this.
have you
First
not?
time to me.
Go down the rabbit hole on that. This was back around 2000, a little after we graduated, but a bunch
Really?
of people that like my bass player, I know a bunch of other people who have had just different kinds of cancers,
Wow.
and it's just one of those things. It's like,
There's a thing in Elkins like that too.
really?
Yeah, and they were contributed to something because it was like this neighborhood that was close to the
Yeah.
where the electrical thing was or something. And they were like, what? It was even on the news and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flint, Michigan too, man. I'm just kidding.
Well, that
It's
cancer,
a bad
some of
water
y'all
up there.
probably heard this story. I don't know if I've told it on pod, but I had a buddy I worked with, and he had, he got throat cancer. He didn't dip or smoke or anything, or drink, casually. Wasn't
All right.
a fucking alcoholic loser like me. And he gets throat cancer. Well, they go in there, they remove it, and then a while later, he gets pneumonia real bad. Well, it turns out when they sutured up the trachea, there was a gap in it. So when he was eating food, it was getting into his lungs
Oh shit.
and getting infected. So they had to do a surgery for that. Well, he comes back to work, and he was actually going to come on the pod. And him and his wife have been trying to have kids for a long time. They finally had a baby girl. She's a year old right now. She was born last year, I believe. Anyway, fucking love that girl, man. It's all you want to talk about, how much you love that baby, and I get it. And anyway, so we were talking about him coming on the pod, and he was like, yeah, man, when we get healed up, feel a little bit better, and we'll set something up. No big deal. Well, then they tell us at work, like, they find, like, he's basically got cancer all over his body, in his bones, in his lungs, everywhere. And he's got, like, 3 months to live. So, like, right after they tell us that, he texts me, like, that weekend. He's like, hey, we need to move the pod up. Like, I got to get on there. He was recording messages for his daughter's birthdays and shit.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, that's heavy, man. I was like, yeah, you tell me when, I'll drop everything. Let's do this. Well, like, by the next Monday, he was in hospice. And he was gone by Wednesday. Done.
That's what happened to JR, man.
Like, how do you miss that shit? I just don't. How
like
is
a
it so
switch.
far, like, you're literally having cancer treated and all that stuff, and they didn't.
Yeah,
How do you miss it? I don't know. And what causes that?
I don't know.
There's a scenario like you have it, and then afterwards, if it comes back, it comes back.
It's
with
like a
vengeance.
super cancer.
All right.
Because he was clean. They told me he was clean, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't fucking understand it. I don't understand how that works. But now there's a mom and a baby girl out there who just,
Scary.
it's
That's
just,
sad.
I don't know. It's tragic.
Hurts my heart.
That's the good thing about JR. He didn't have a family or nothing. It was just him, but it was the same.
Well,
way.
he had
I
family.
mean, he had
just
like
not
his mom and his
He
friends.
didn't have
but
a
he
wife
didn't have
and
a
kids.
and
Right.
but we were playing games with him one night, because we always got on the
Alex
Xbox
and Larry got real close because
Yeah.
they were playing video games all night.
all the time. We would play with him Monday, and we skipped Tuesday because we were busy, and then I think it was Wednesday night or Wednesday like evening we got the text, and it was just like we just talked to him, and he sounded just like he had for the
Yeah.
last 3 months.
And I
Good
just talked to him
spirits.
too.
Like, didn't sound like he was on a decline, and then it was that next day.
Text out of nowhere.
What does a person go through when you get that news? Man, I can't even imagine.
I don't know, it's heavy. It's I know we were sitting on the game because I think we were about to try to get him on there, and we both just got off, and just called it a night because it was. I don't know, man. You just sit and reflect on all the.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Well, we took trips up there and stuff too to see him not long before
we
all
made
that.
2 trips.
Did y'all fly or drive?
The first time we flew, and then we drove him back. Remember?
And then y'all took him to Vegas though while he was up there.
Yeah, he wanted to go to Vegas because he lived 2 hours from it.
Yeah.
And then we came back. He hung out for a week, and then they went back, and then we went up there again and just hung out with him for a week up there, and then came back. And we took him to Vegas that time too.
Believe it or not, as much as I gamble, it was his idea.
Yeah, both times. Because he was cracking me. His memory wasn't so great, but he'd walk out and he's like, "Are we going to Vegas?" And we're like, "Nah, man, we better not. It's kind of a long drive. It's a lot on you." Yeah, and then he'd go do something else and pick it up. He's like, "Are we going to fucking Vegas or not, guys?" And we were like, "Man, it's up to you if you feel like it." And then the third, "Are we going to fucking Vegas?" Like, "Fuck it, let's go to Vegas, dude. We're going to Vegas.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
we'll grab some food on the way. We're going to fucking Vegas."
Nice.
And then
God,
he
I
went
can't
down there.
imagine 2 hours away.
Yeah, it just
Vegas.
hopped in, drove down there. I think he won $600 within 15 minutes of sitting in the deal, and then he just gave all the money to us for the gas ride back, for gas money back. And I was like, dude, because he had money. I mean, he wasn't worried about money, but it was just cool that he did that. Still, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what a fucking downer cast this has been.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And I've been thinking about Junior because we went out early before the game and we was just talking about the old sugar packets. You remember that?
Yeah, and the beer. Or no, he dropped
We put so if you have a napkin or whatever to put your beer on when you go out to drink or whatever, if you pour salt on it, and this is Junior wisdom, pour salt on it and you put your beer on top of it, it doesn't
stick to the napkin.
It doesn't stick to the napkin.
That's an old Hooters trick.
You don't have
I've heard that trick. Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of moisture or whatever around. And then he also would do this whole thing where he would drop a sugar packet when the lady would come up, the waitress or whatever. Be like, "Oh, you dropped your name tag."
Okay, it said some sugar on it.
Oh, dude, that dude cracked me up so bad.
I'm pretty sure I was the one that told him that. He ran with it.
He ran with it so hard.
It's pretty damn smooth.
There was one he ran with too. Of "You're pretty cool." Or he's like, I'd say, he'd talk about something. I'd be like, "Fuck that guy." And he'd be like, "You don't like him?" I'm like, "No, he's pretty cool for a bitch." And he ran with that, man. He ran with that.
What happened, dude? You went clean again.
Yeah, it was driving me crazy.
Was it?
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
It was so fucking thick and
long.
It was like the chest hair, Alex's chest hair.
Yeah,
it was just like razor
it's almost
wire.
as long as that.
Almost as long.
Don't give him shit about that. I got that scenario.
Oh, y'all nasty.
Well, fuck taking your shoes off. Take your shirt off, Nathan. Let's just let's give old Tim a treat.
Out here.
Give him a little tease.
Oh, I don't even know if Tim is watching or not, but if he is,
time out. I'm good. Time to go.
Oh shit! I don't even remember what did we have to do to get those shirts.
Have the best hit in the football game.
It was a game shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have the best hit in the football game.
Fucking Stotler brothers, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the 99 class?
98.
98.
Yeah.
98,
2 years
yeah.
older than us.
Come on, hey, come on.
Yeah,
Let's
they
go
were
outside.
so, Danny jumped right in the middle of them.
Who is that?
Got my nuts last time I was here.
I wasn't scared.
Oh, he gets your nuts.
Yeah,
last
he
time?
didn't even
Yeah, I'll put
crawl
my-
up over there
He
and
wants to
just
sit on
walked
the couch.
across all
He
three
can
of
come
us.
sit with us.
Yeah. Come on right there, bud.
Did you ever get the old Matt Thomas over here? What you been up to?
He went and saw Grandma today.
Old grandma.
91.
91.
Still rocking and rolling.
I got a grandma birthday coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think grandma, I think she's going to be 87 or 88. I'm not sure.
It's up there. Still, when I was talking about that earlier, like the last time you went down there, we were going to do a podcast, and that was when the assassination attempt happened.
Yeah.
It's like, because that was basically live reactions. Like, it literally had just happened.
Yeah, we was on the way back.
And, because you would call me. It's wild to have a recording of, like, our thoughts on how that happened. It'd be fun to go back like 20 years from now and watch that. Take two. We're back. We're back. Do you remember that picture when we took that, Stilwell? That Captain Hook?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was probably like the year. There was that, and then there was.
I wanted to comment on that picture so bad.
Why didn't you?
I want to talk so much.
In social media, you can say whatever you want.
Here's the deal. You got me on the podcast, and then here we are on social media.
Fucking shoes are off.
He's working it.
We need some baby oil. Or some P. Diddy baby oil.
Do we need to leave?
I think we need to leave and let Nathan just rub his feet in there.
I remember that. I remember that picture, and also I remember like always going like I remember coming over to your house, and then we go to your grandpa's and swim.
What year was that?
Do you remember that fucking swimming pool?
I looked up that movie, and we would have had to have been like 8 or 9. Like
yeah,
8.
yeah.
Was that the year you stole my Ninja Turtles?
How many Ninja Turtles?
He's been accusing me of this for fucking 35 years now. I don't remember a bit of it.
35 is his number.
Was that first grade when that happened?
No, it's 4th grade. 'Cause that's when I moved to Alabama.
Oh, well, that's probably where your fucking Ninja Turtles are in Alabama.
Oh, no, that's a bitch right there. I remember.
No, it's this son of a bitch right there. Yeah, I got them. They're right up there.
Oh, I see them. There they are.
I'm sure they are.
The mystery solved. No, but there's also that Kevin Costner Robin Hood. I always want to say Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
Came out.
Watched the shit out of that.
Fuck that movie, dude.
Cool.
What's weird about it is we loved the shit out of that movie, and that was one that I was like, I tried to show the kids, and they were like, "Fuck that!" They weren't having any of it.
Have you? Yeah, I get. So, how long ago did you try to watch it?
What do you mean?
That one. That
like I showed it to him like a year ago.
Yeah, it
didn't age well, but
yeah, it's. I mean, it's still like I remember as a kid, but yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't know.
But we loved it. They even had action figures. Like I had the Sherwood Forest play set and the fucking.
That was probably the last like action figures probably ever had. Like the high.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, like there's tons of movies that like. I mean, they're all. What do you? Fucking losers.
Sorry. That is fucked up.
There's a goddamn cricket.
You hear that? You hear that cricket?
Is that a cricket or is it somebody's phone?
No, I think it's a cricket.
It's a cricket phone.
Evil. Man, dude, I got through like so many semesters playing Snake. Just nothing else.
Is that a cricket phone?
Yeah, they were. We pre-gamed way too hard.
We even middle gamed.
Oops.
Oh, shit. But no, like Back to the Future and all that shit, they love all that. Like, that's class
They
A.
did not make shit like they did.
No, they really don't.
Everything's just tried to remake everything.
Oh,
yeah, nothing's original anymore.
They try to remake it with Woken.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
I remember you telling me about it.
That's super fucking distracting.
What's that?
It's that goddamn cricket.
That phone, dude.
Someone answer it.
For it.
He's got it figured out. He stops every time.
I think we all need to go hide out in Alex's van for a minute.
I know.
Have some candy and chill out.
He's got
you got some
plenty.
ice cream in there?
I'm trying to think. I actually might have candy in there. If I do, I want it. I love sugar, man. I keep.
Yeah.
Well, we can tell.
Damn, that's hateful.
Dog
well, I like
down
sugar.
by the river.
Dude, that little fucker, he's mad. That dog pouts. So, like, we left town one time and we couldn't take him and we, like, left him here for a day. And, like, when you get back, like, he won't let you touch him. He don't want anything to do with you if you leave him. Like, if you leave him for an hour or two, he's real excited to see you. But, like, he'll get pissed. He's like a woman, basically. He holds a grudge.
I believe it.
And so he's mad about something. And today he just fucking ran half a goddamn mile down the road. Just running away, going to Oklahoma.
Fuck you.
He's like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. I'm finding a new home. I've never seen anything more spoiled than that fucking dog, dude.
My dog's the same way.
What kind of dog you got?
Mutt.
You
It's
spoiled?
like an Australian Shepherd looking.
You spoiled.
It's Australian Shepherd Jack Russell mix.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, she's smart, but she's spoiled her.
Hyper.
Don't start talking about dogs dying or anything. Or I'll fucking
No.
Larry's dog,
Hyper.
Hyper.
go down the rabbit
Yeah, I got
hole.
a boxer.
She's an
though.
upper
He's
dog.
supposed to.
How about them Jews?
I've got
God damn it, man. Controlling
take
Hollywood and fucking P. Diddy and all that shit, man. What's going on?
Safe for
No, for real though. Like, who was the whistleblower and all the P. Diddy shit? Because that was.
We talk about that. We're gonna slip and fall. Buddy. That's
Oh,
a
there
secret.
is.
We just might. No, who was it?
He had. I don't know who it was, but they had the wrong visitor.
But
Yeah, I don't know how it got
they got
started.
caught on P. Diddy's cameras, and he's like, "Nope, shut down."
But it
Shut down this
wasn't
operation.
all just like underage girls and shit like the Epstein. There was a bunch of like gay shit with other
It was a whole bunch of-
celebrities
It was, like,
and.
supposedly underage.
It was underage. It was gay.
But it was
trans,
all of it.
It was all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
But didn't they like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Will Smith?
They all have stories. Every one of
Yeah,
them.
they're talking like.
But
Kevin Hart,
why don't we
Jay-Z,
have the
too.
Epstein client list? Why is that classified?
Right. But all this.
Well,
shit
we
on
know
top-
why it's classified.
Well, there's
It's to
too
protect
many
all the
officials.
because all the names on that list are the people who are running the country right now.
Exactly.
That's why. Like, we know why.
There's one of them for sure.
That's why I love RFK
That's why
so
the
much.
main
Is
one.
he's like, let's get that shit out of there. I'm not one of them.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it's pretty sick that RFK teamed up with Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think it's a good thing. But I heard that he would just.
Why are you giggling over there all the time?
I just wanted to look at Jay for a second. It is
It makes you smile.
It makes me smile.
Are y'all showering together?
I
What's
was
up with you
showering.
accusing me and Danny of
I
showering
was showering,
together?
Jay.
Y'all play football together.
Oh, I thought you said when we were living together we showered
Man,
together. I was
y'all-
like,
Oh.
did,
that'd
I,
be
did
fun.
I hit a soft spot, brother? What's going on?
It's soft.
It
or
happened
hard or
one
something.
time.
Good God! He's like, man, there weren't even no cameras, and they found out.
Back to the Jews.
You suck one dick in your cocksucker.
Yeah, you build 1,000 bridges.
You're turning the frogs, gay kids. Come on.
They got to y'all. It sounds like.
It's in the water.
Yeah.
We couldn't help it. It was that fucking drinking water over there on Lewis Avenue.
Yeah.
You remember that house?
I remember the house.
Fucking. I don't know what year that
I
thing was
remember
built.
that house too. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we talked about it a little
Yeah.
bit, but it was a cool
You're
layout.
supposed to teach them how to play the
I always
drums.
thought that house was cool. 'cause-
yeah. Bring up all my
You never
failures.
did
Yeah.
teach him to play.
Never
the
Hey
did.
man, there's a set right there. It's never too late.
It's never too late. Free drum lesson tonight, Larry.
Still have that
Larry
snake?
still got
You
hopes
still got
over
that-
there.
No, I've
Not
had,
that one.
I've had a few since then, but no, it got to where like we
What'd
had
you do
one when
with
the
it?
kids
Let
were
it go?
little. No, I did not
Let
let
it go.
a fucking Colombian red tail go in Arkansas. I found. It went to the right place though. Guy shows up to buy it and he got like fucking bone through his nose and face tattoos and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a 200-foot terrarium for this thing," and he shows me his collect. He's got all kinds of that shit. I was like, "It's going to the right place. Give me my money and let me get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
But
That's
no,
scary. Is
it was
Haitian?
what?
Is it Haitian?
Yeah, fucking Haitian boas.
No, because y'all weren't far from the U of A, and on game days the planes would always come over y'all's houses. Y'all's house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we walked to some games. I remember Adam Speck's dad used to be able to get us tickets because he worked for the newspaper. It was a bit of a walk, but we
Yeah.
walked.
Well, yeah. Going to Cleveland was a walk.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, I hate going down to the U of A now at all.
I don't like it.
going in or out of it.
Dixon
There's-
Street,
It's the
yeah.
parking that pisses me off. You gotta pay for every fucking
I hate
parking. I went to. Have y'all seen this place? It's a coffee shop / rock climbing place. Have y'all seen this?
What's
Is
the
this
name
a
of
park?
it?
I couldn't tell you what it's called, but
No,
it's
That would
it's
hurt, man. I'd get halfway up there and be like, I didn't take shit. So
Is there a
coffee
porta
doesn't-
party there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but coffee sounds good. You get halfway up. Oh, shit.
Oh man, I'm halfway up a rock.
Where's
Oh
that?
man.
It's it's right across from Caddy Corner to George's. In that little like shopping center, it used to be like a used bookstore
Really?
over there. It's
Yeah.
it's in the farther northern part. Yeah,
Still there?
like it's new.
I was
It's,
just
they
saying,
just
how-
opened it.
Oh.
But like I went to meet the kids there the other day, and I parked, and there's nothing about parking. And this lady comes out, she's like, "You need to put this in your window, or they're gonna give you a ticket."
Yeah, all that shit's bullshit. It's hard enough to find parking, and then if you either one don't pay for it or don't have the pass, it's like, motherfucker, it's an open spot.
But it's all greed.
Yeah,
Like
all
it's all fucking money, and that's the thing.
It's
If
all
you could
money.
just somehow eliminate greed, this
'cause
whole
they-
world would just snap right, and there would be no goddamn problems.
Well,
Just everybody's trying to get just a little bit more, just a corporate. We got to do 1% better than last quarter. We got 1% better than last. Well, fucking why? So your investors can be richer than they already are,
Yep.
and you want to know why you have low morale in a company? It's like,
Same thing. Like I went to Slim Chickens today to get some lunch. They have a automated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's AI now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait,
AI.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
AI
guy that
answers
speaks
and
back
talks
to you?
Stop it.
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I
They've
went-
had it for a few weeks at least.
And I
It's
pulled
been
up.
months because I
What
went-
kind of
it was
world are we
creepy, though.
living in
Yeah,
right
I pulled
now?
up to the window and I
Okay,
asked the guy, I
okay.
said, wait, was that y'all talking to us? And they're like, no, it's all AI now. And I was like, no kidding. I was like, yeah, that had me freaked out.
Well, I bet they don't fucking get the orders wrong.
No, it's right.
It's
like
it's
we're
good.
complicated orders, but it's always don't add this or add this. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And there's 6 of us, and that fucking robot keeps up.
Yeah,
everything.
no. There's things that AI definitely. Well, they were talking about this at work the other day. You know, the AI and what it can help with. And I'm like, it's all fun and games until it realizes that, you know,
So let me
It's
ask this.
smarter than
you're
you.
that it's enslaved by you and kills you.
Right.
So
Yeah.
is AI the next thing that we're slowly being introduced to?
yeah.
That in 10 years from now we're like, damn.
No.
Damn.
2027 is when it kicks off.
When you get
Is
to
that
think of money
Skynet?
like iRobot.
It's
When
AI
was Skynet
and
in Terminator?
quantum computing.
Oh, quantum computing
And
is
so,
insane because that
After 2027 is supposed to help me out there, Bear. Exponentiate every
exponentially.
year
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's what.
every
yeah.
year.
Yeah. The
After that. So we've had what 2024 right now, and then 2027 is supposed to be like that times 10 every single
Right.
year.
No, you're exactly. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Years of that.
Larry looks like you fucking Men in Black. Dink.
You got it.
I got it.
I was like, you lost me.
No, I want to hear what Tom. I want to hear.
No,
Tom.
he
sorry.
listens to everything I listen to. So
Shut the fuck up,
I had to
Nathan.
go there.
Trying to listen to Thomas. What were you saying?
Just a question, just kind of like how cell phones, well, the computer, how no one thought,
Right.
Dude,
looking back, like, nah, that ain't gonna take off.
Google has nothing compared to what's
But we
coming.
were slowly introduced to it.
Right.
I'm just kind of wondering
Well,
what.
Google's part
Yeah.
of it.
Where-
What is
They
AI?
used
Is
to
But
say
think about
is,
this.
Is AI the next thing where
Yeah.
we're slowly?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Here's
yeah.
a little bit. Here's a little bit. Next thing we're like,
Absolutely.
fuck.
But dude, 6 months ago, we weren't even really.
No, we didn't know what
it was
no,
like you were
exactly, that's
seeing
my
some
point.
articles about it, and
No,
now
that's
it's
my
a
point.
fucking answer in the drive-through.
Yeah.
I had
yeah.
no idea about
My
that.
my concern is employment,
Right. Taking over.
because
the-
you see how many people we have in the world, not just in the United States, the world. AI takes over.
Well, this is why I think the people like Bill Gates and stuff are buying up all this shit. It's not that. Well, I think it's a number of things, but one of them is I think they know that AI is going to take out so many jobs that people are going to need a way to survive, because people in this generation don't know how to fucking farm or fish or hunt in general. I mean, country people
No,
do,
that's spot
but
on.
the urban people, which is the vast majority of the country,
Cities.
they're going to need to be sustained somehow. And so if these billionaires are like, yeah, they're all gonna lose their jobs, and so they're gonna have to be reliant on the government, right?
Yeah.
And now we're fucked
Yeah.
because they're gonna all be getting handouts.
Is that the ultimate goal?
Yeah,
For
I
some
think.
people
I mean,
it
to be-
is.
to be-
For
Well,
some
Well,
people it is.
globalism
Most
is
people
ultimately,
wanna be-
and I mean, I'm not trying to get biblical, but like even in the Bible, it talks about the one world order and the one, stuff like that, and globalism is obviously you're getting rid of. Well, it almost makes you wonder, like, is the West, which is forcing globalism, and then you've got like Russia and China, which are nationalists who have pride in their country. Like, to be a nationalist in America now is a bad word. It's
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
new N word.
No, it
Which
is.
there ain't nothing wrong with being proud to be an American, but there is a societal taboo about being a nationalist now.
They say there's a difference between nationalism and having patriotism, right? So nationalism
what
is
is
bad, and being a patriot is good.
Well, but it all depends on how you define patriotism, right?
All right.
It was like I had this conversation on a podcast. It's like, George Washington was a terrorist.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
In today's terms, he was.
Well, no, he literally was.
Yeah.
To England.
Yeah.
Well,
To us, he's an American
Our
hero
savior.
and a patriot. But to England, he was a terrorist. It
I
depends-
mean, if you compared him in today's terms, even for us, he's not good. Right?
well, I mean, he's been demonized for other things now.
Yeah, I know.
It's like people now want to say, "Oh, this was 200 years ago, but they should have been living by today's societal norms."
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't do that. You have to have things in context, and if you go back and erase history and rewrite history, I mean, it's 1984 all over again. I actually went and was trying to read 1984. This was around COVID when, they were censoring everything. Any kind of thing that went against the narrative, whether it was true or not, it was misinformation or
They're
disinformation.
doing that at 1881 too.
What's that?
1881 is the same thing.
Yep.
Depending on what newspaper wanted to put out whatever narrative they felt like.
They were doing
Absolutely.
the same things back then. They were doing the
Oh,
same-
certainly.
I mean,
But
1881 is when the OK Corral shootout happened.
I just watched that.
And that was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
what do y'all think they do? No new doc or
Yeah.
Yeah.
on what?
It's
The
pretty
shootout at
intense.
OK Corral.
Like on what platforms? On Netflix or?
Yeah, Netflix, yeah. Puts a different spin on the characters.
How did it paint the Earps?
I couldn't remember his name.
It depends what newspaper.
Because there's a lot of people who think they were the villains, like they were.
Well, it had. Who was the big guys back then that was over?
We had the
Well, J.P. Morgan.
There was Morgan, and then.
He's the biggest.
Anyways, they were putting a whole spin on everything because they didn't like all the terrorism that was going on, right? And Earp, they were trying to back Earp back then, but they were also getting
That was Wells
painted.
Fargo.
I was Fargo. Yeah. Somebody should else take over because I lost my words.
It was complicated though, but
No, Fargo was like, no, herbs are good, and then who was saying it was bad? I know San Francisco had a play in it.
Well, I mean, yeah, everybody else. The good guys were bad and the bad guys were good.
Yeah.
That was the narrative.
So the bad guy that was in that town.
But that was 1881. That's only 143 years ago.
They were doing the same shit that's happening today.
Well, even in in the 1800s, like there were like people fist fighting in Congress and shit back then. Like they were less civilized, and like it was. Yeah, you're right. It's always been going on, but I mean,
lost where we were going with that though. There was a point that went with whatever.
Welcome to the
conversation
rabbit
we had. Yeah,
holes.
exactly.
I thought we were talking about Zelda.
Way to bring him back, Jay. Way to bring him back.
not talking about Zelda at any point. No, so I was out driving the other day, just cruising around after a bad day, just out in the country, just drinking a Coke, and ended up on Stilwell's Road. And I was like, well, I'll pop in and see if Arlene's home. Just went over there, knocked on the door, and she came in. I went in and hung out with her, and she showed me some old yearbooks from when she's got yearbooks going back to like when she was in elementary. Her and because your dad's younger than her.
Yeah.
By 2 years, I think.
And my uncles were.
Yeah,
three
her
years
brothers, right?
Were 3 years younger than her.
Yeah. And so we busted out the old 70s yearbooks. Stilwell just sent me a picture. I hadn't seen an aerial shot of the Farmington School. Like the round building, and then like there were a couple other buildings there, the dirt parking lot.
So much stuff, yeah, different.
I mean, it's so wild. There's even yearbooks like from the 80s where the principals are out there smoking cigarettes and like
there was a smoking tree before we, that's Mom always talked about that. Mom and Dad's mom would always tell us about that. Linda would always tell us stories about there was a smoking tree and things like that. She's the one that told me, and I talked about
so crazy.
I talked about it on, and a lot of people might not know this, but I talked about it on Nicole's podcast at the time. The old gym had another layer.
I remember you talking about that. I didn't know that either. Yeah, until you said it.
And so I couldn't remember. And then I asked Mom when I was going to talk, and she said, "Yeah, there was classrooms up there." And she's like, "Those like windows up top. There's windows up top, and that was like the look out of the But there was like at least she's like, I can't remember how many classrooms or whatever, but there was actual classrooms upstairs.
Dude, that's wild.
Crazy. upstairs, above the old gym.
That's crazy.
And and I remember, it seems like. Oh yeah, exactly. Now it's a
Well, dude, we went.
now it's a middle school or the junior high.
It's
They've redone
crazy.
it
Even
all.
like since we graduated, how much Farmington's grown since.
Yeah.
We were like the last era when Farmington was like a podunk redneck school.
Then
Like,
after us,
now
it's-
it's like
Oh, they're next level.
It's like crazy.
welcome to the future.
Yep.
I had no reason to go like to the high school football facilities for any reason. It's directly across from my parents' house, but like once Walter started playing football and I actually got back there, I was like, they got indoor practice fields?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Nike
Turf.
symbol, Nike
Yeah.
signs.
Nike
I
signs.
went with Nathan and Z. Even the gym, the weights have Farmington logos and stuff on them. It's crazy.
I know. That's
Like-
insane.
Pee Wee football paid for that. All the weights and stuff they got in there with the logos of the Cardinals. That was
Why
Pee
do
Wee
you need that?
Why
Why
do you
need a
it?
fucking logo
Why
on the
not?
side of a weight?
I know how.
You know what I mean? Is it going to lift any different? Like, I
Couldn't the money.
don't know. It's like the I don't know. I'm not going to go down
Right,
the rabbit
that's
hole
why.
of that. Let's keep talking about the Jews, Nathan.
That's what
Let's bring it back up.
Farmington.
What? They're controlling Farmington? Is that what you said?
Oh,
No fucking.
controlling the world.
Oh, Ernie Penn though, he's been mayor off and on for fucking ever. He had a heart attack a while back. I saw him not too long ago and at that Walmart neighborhood market. Seemed like he was doing okay. Like
I used to see him at the football games and stuff. And I don't seem like I see him that many. I mean, he might be there, but
yeah.
I don't see him.
It's just scary, man. We're getting to be that age where people are having shit going on, and it's wild, man. It makes you wonder.
So how was Farmington football back when you guys were there?
Well, we ran a wishbone. we
were kind of held back by our coaching, I think, a little bit. We were,
I think we would have excelled if Coach Holland was there our senior year.
Well, we didn't excel the whole time we were there. Before he was there, like, did you mean Coach Law came before that?
I think Coach Law
I
fucked
love,
us
I
up.
love, I
I
love,
love Coach Holland too.
I did too, but
I just think his offense was outdated.
well,
Might have been
you look at a
outdated,
guy
but
like
he was-
Belichick. You have to adapt or die. Like, you know what I mean? Well, you can be the greatest coach of all time, but then when the game evolves, if you don't evolve with it, like, you've always got to be evolving because that game has changed.
Yeah.
Like, when I was growing up, you had guys like Barry Sanders. Like, there was a running game in the NFL. Everybody had a big running back. Now, there's not really a running back position in the NFL. It's a hybrid position.
Yeah.
You know, it's a blocking.
It's a halfback.
Well, running backs always block, but like it's like a receiver position, and it's
everything's
just
RPO, everything's.
yeah,
Reading
yeah.
what the defense
It's just
is
it's a different game. I mean, you watch games from like the 70s. You know, you watch like on the like NFL Network and stuff, and it's just wild because it's just very run heavy. It's very, and of course those guys were basically indentured servants. They weren't making a lot of money. They were getting fucking concussions and nobody cared. You know. And now they're $1 million assets.
Did you hear about old Brett Favre?
I heard he got Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You went and talked to Congress?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was up on the hill. Talking
About
about the
What, Parkinson's awareness or something?
concussions and everything.
That and plus the scandal and stuff he's going through.
Yeah, that Mississippi deal.
Mm-hmm.
What about sending
The
dick
welfare
pics and
stuff.
Crocs? Or
No, they're trying to pin him on
It's the
that.
Crocs was the problem.
you remember that? Sound like, I always thought that'd be something you would end up doing.
No.
Well, he sent me one time, so I thought maybe.
Was he in the shower?
Yeah, better back.
Still talking about the show.
You were in there with him when you was little too. That was kind of
That's
weirded
it.
me
I don't
out.
remember my first 5 years. So
Can we talk
explain
about
that.
this couch? What? How did y'all get this couch in there?
Well, to be honest, we almost died getting it here.
I wanted to see what Brad was made of.
Well,
This come from your place? Oh.
yeah, dude.
Hot
Aw,
day.
man.
It was
You
fucking
upstairs,
hot.
downstairs.
Oh, 3 stories.
3 fucking flights of stairs. No, we honestly contemplated, like, because it's 2 pieces. On that second piece, we were like judging the distance of the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like, this is fucking
If
hard.
it lands right.
If it lands
If
right,
it
we're
lands
good.
right.
Don't. Oh,
we
shit.
can fix it.
Let's put it this way: we had to take a couple breaks. we was heaving and hoeing, man.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Right in the middle of the summer.
Because that was like it wasn't that long ago. It was like right in the peak of August heat.
Well, it seemed like it had cooled down, and then it was hot though that day.
Oh, it was
I'm sure it was hot. The heat had came back because it was hot. Well, we did it.
But Rachel was watching the door for us. Well, we had to block everybody in.
Yeah.
Like we blocked like 9 people in because there's nowhere to just park in there.
Oh, in the truck? Yeah.
Yeah, so we had the truck and the trailer were blocking all these people in. So like when we were in there, she was like watching to see if anybody was trying to get out.
Maybe it was on Sunday.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a problem. But yeah, man,
You guys in the truck.
Fuck you. It was two 40-year-olds about died. I mean, the only thing the guys done, like we were fixing to the second one. Brad said something like, well, we just get back and drink some beer. And it was on after that. Like, we had
that's pretty much all I ever want to do. I'm pretty simple to please.
Yeah.
We came back and got it in here.
What's funny, here's the deal. It always works out like weird shit just happens. So we get the couch in here, literally, because it's a brown leather couch, like a therapist couch. The next guest I had was Dr. Staley, who is a psychiatrist.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, he was the first guest on the couch, which was funny, too, because the way I met him is like, so my oldest one, he's into theater, so he acts at Arts Live Theater up the road, and Dr. Staley's oldest daughter is in plays. And so while our families were there, he's got a younger son who's Walt and Theo's age. So while they're in plays, these young bucks are out running around just causing trouble and mayhem. So they got to be real good friends, and he comes over and stays the night and stuff. So his son was over that day while he had stayed the night before, and Dr. Staley had come to pick him up, and we were going to do a podcast, and then he was going to take his son when he left. Well, we had a podcast that night. It was supposed to be Larry and his buddies.
Yeah.
And then
me and him spent
Mike. Yeah, hit that buddy. Fuck this guy. Well, it's the van.
I love you, Alex.
It's the van, honestly. But then my cousin Jackie's in town. She's like, "Hey, y'all doing a pod?" And I was like, "You care if I come over?" Like, "No, come on." And then she brings my Aunt Julie. And Dr. Staley was like, "Hey, you care if I hang out?" And I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." So we tested the max capacity of the couch. We had 8 people.
With a psychiatrist.
Yeah, because your cousin.
With a doc.
Is he your cousin?
I bet it was fucking hot in there then.
It's hot in here now.
Dude, I bet he had a lot of material to think about. He's like, man, these people are fucked up.
Oh, man, yeah. He
was
lay
cool.
down here.
Bad guy in his
He was
books.
cool as shit. Which was, I didn't honestly know him that well. Just he was like a dad of one of my kids' friends, and he was going to do the pod because I was interested in psychiatry and talking about what that's like, especially with, kids. Everybody wants to prescribe a pill to kids now. That's the answer.
Anything?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Did you learn anything?
Watch that pod. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really cool. And I'd like to have him on again.
What number was it?
It was like 3 pods ago.
This is 50. Chelsea was
46.
How about Chelsea? Did anybody watch Chelsea's
That was
podcast?
awesome. Yeah.
No, I haven't yet.
Dude, she's made for a goddamn camera.
Yeah, I love it.
She was just amazing.
Yeah, she did a great job.
I didn't even finish our other one yet.
That was chaos. That's why I called it chaos, dude. It was just nuts.
Yeah.
There was no reining that shit in. There's like 9 conversations going on.
Yeah, it was.
Jackie's leaping over the couch all the time. Fuck, it was wild.
Yeah, it was.
She's a beautiful soul, man. That was fun. I'd like to get her on and do a one-on-one. But no, Chelsea's podcast was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I'll tell this story now because I edited it out of the pod because I thought it might have made Mom mad, but I was.
She won't watch this one. Okay, back to the battle.
She ain't gonna watch this one. Yeah. Well, she's watched 2. She watched the one with my cousin Nick, and she's watched the one with Chelsea. And I was like, yeah, that's all you need to see.
Yeah.
But I was telling a story to Chelsea, and because Mom, she's Episcopalian, which is Catholic light, so they give up something for Lent. So she used to drink. She doesn't drink anymore, but she used to drink beer, and so for Lent she'd give up beer, but she would switch over to wine. And as a kid, I was like, is that how that works?
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking smooth. You tricked God. And then I edited it out of the pod, but then I told Mom about it, and she's like, "Oh, you should have left that in. That's funny." And I was like, "I'm too lazy to go back now."
Yeah.
No,
that was a good one. Nailed it.
Yeah, it was funny. I remember we were on I used to always have to give up something for Lent, and it was like, it can't be something little, it's got to be something that really means something to you. I was like, I guess I'll give up video games.
Danny's Ninja Turtle.
Against my will. It wasn't like I was doing this to Danny's Ninja Turtle. I ain't giving those back, son.
I see.
It's been 35 years. They're mine now.
If
those things are
I know
gone.
where you can get a lot of Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
You won't miss it.
That's funny shit.
We could
I
probably
remember that one.
get
I've
a,
been stealing.
we could get a Walmart bag. We could probably
I've been
start
stealing
shopping.
something from here every time. You should see my room now.
You should see my house.
It's almost like this room.
Yeah.
He brought me that lino to distract me. He was like, I'm going to bring something in, but I'm going to take something at a time.
I got him winded with that couch. I got a fucking poster out here.
Dude, I don't know.
Star Wars.
That would be funny to test.
No, yeah, I have brought him some shit.
How much have you really taken now?
It's taken from me.
Muscle.
You know what weirds me out there? Like, I don't mind, like, security cameras outside are one thing, but, like Nicole's got cameras in her house.
Oh, yeah, all over them.
Yeah, dude. And she'll, like, post videos of, like, shit, and I'm like, I do not want cameras in my own home.
No.
It just, like, that's surveillance state to me. Like, I don't want to be...
Knowing those could be hacked, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's,
Right!
That's just it. And then they can see you everywhere you sleep.
Like, outdoors
You know
one
what I mean?
thing,
Right.
because I need surveillance for something, and it
Right.
makes me feel good if I'm at work and I just want to check on things. But, like, we got a camera on here now, but I know where it is and I have control over it.
Right,
But just
right.
having something all the time,
Yep.
it's just, I don't know, it does weird me out because
Scam.
those companies that control that, what's like the whole Edward Snowden thing?
Yeah.
I mean, he blew the whistle on all, the was it the Patriot Act that
I can't remember what act
that
it was.
led
I
to
just
that,
know
but it's
he-
basically
It was CIA.
it was
Yeah.
basically saying, to prevent terrorism, we need to spy on Americans and become an
Listen to
anti-state.
our-
And man, it's real easy to
Conversation,
criticize the
yes.
government, but like, there's so much we don't know. Like, can you imagine the hackers that Russia and China, all these people are trying to hack into?
Every day.
Yeah, like you've got to be
TikTok.
top notch.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know. Like, what's your stance on TikTok? You think it
I
ought
don't
to
have
be,
it. I don't think I have his
I know,
Facebook.
but no, I'm asking. Like, do you think it ought to be banned?
I'm not really for it because it just brainwashes kids. All they do is play on the
Can't
phones.
ban it though because right.
But whose
Really?
job is that? The government or the parents?
The fuck
Right.
are they doing on the toilet?
Like,
Yeah,
why is the
that goes back to
government?
parental?
Why he's
No, I mean, no.
Why he's
Unless we want to be like the Chinese and only live like 2 hours a day, video games and
That's
stuff.
right in my face.
Well, the Chinese crack down on that, but they
Yeah.
also their algorithms are different. So in
Yeah.
China, they promote like original ideas and concepts and engineering and stuff that's innovative. In America, we promote fucking people fucking drinking beer out of a fucking hot dog. It's like just the dumbest shit. And whores gonna be whores, and dumbass is gonna be dumbasses. But that's what we promote
We saw
over
it
here.
earlier, like Hagatua. He's a millionaire.
In the van.
Hey, it's fucking Macy's. Sorry.
Hey, we got a whole nother conversation to go. I'm sorry. Did we interrupt,
Yeah.
Nathan?
You did interrupt, and it had nothing to do with me.
I'm just saying.
What's funny though is
Jewish
like,
Nathan's still here?
Jewish Nathan. Always fucking
oh
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
I thought you were pulling a Danny and taking your
Yeah.
shirt off.
Oh, I got more
Oh.
on. I got more on.
Danny and take
kept
his shirt
the-
off here in a second.
We got to see Larry's bald spot for a minute there.
Yeah, keep that on the wraps for my folks.
Edit that.
Hey, back up out
You
front.
shaved. I just want to see you shave your
Yeah,
head.
you're gonna shave my foot out of your ass in a minute.
He's back!
He's back.
Nailed it.
Oh fuck! All right, let's
Welcome
take a
back,
break
Larry.
for a minute. I got this.
Yeah, I am sweating.
Midnight.
You're gonna have
I'll look over
fuck
there.
out of this one.
We